rolled 2d6 to see how your gambler did.
Okay.
How much money are you risking? After him losing Magnus's money, how much money do you give this dude to bet on the other fights? Like, there are other fights going on, right?
I'm not allowed to kill him. Sorry, I am allowed to kill him, but that won't work because I have a reason.
That's right. If Ashoka wants to get rid of the low-level bookie that's trying to earn your Ludus money, he is trying to earn money by betting on the other fights. Is his strategy?
Okay, so he will get a talent to gamble with.
Okay, roll 2d6. This is for the turn that just ended.
1 success, 1 fail.
All right, he made. He made 300 gold pieces.
All right, so we'll go. How do I even track this?
0.3 talents, or
yeah. What does it happen? All right, that's why. Okay, that's not bad. That's better.
It wasn't Magnus's money. It was the. It was the. He's like,
it's the. I just lost $2,000. I just lost it. It's like $40,000. The fuck you did?
Well, you know,
we gave you $40,000. You came back with fucking zero.
Yeah. You could kill your personnel that is in charge of your gambling operation.
We could just make it stop. Make it stop. No, we need help placing bets when we're fixing games.
All right.
Sorry, when we are more knowledgeable about the outcomes of stuff.
What is Ashoka doing? This
Well, I need to murder someone.
Oh, right. Okay. So we finished the turn.
Ashoka needs to kill someone. He first needs to find a way to appropriately and lawfully randomly choose somebody without reason.
Right.
And basically the plan for this is going to be like disguise self, charm, secluded place, murder. It might even like bring him all the way there and get him into the building and just kill him in there. But we'll probably do it a little bit more, like less obvious than that, because I don't want as many people knowing that I killed. And then the butchering to get the vital bit.
Okay, so Ashoka disguises himself as something else using a spell.
Yep.
Stalks out into the town. How are you deciding?
He is going to a relatively busy intersection.
Yep.
And it's the next person to walk past this arch.
Okay. So you're guaranteed that somebody walks by? Let's see who this person is.
Yep.
We have random tables for a reason.
Please be low level.
All right. So we have a random race table. Give me a percentile.
33.
It is a D8.
7.
A halfling. A female halfling.
It's a what halfling?
A female halfling.
It's perfect.
Give me a D4. 1 through 3 is on the chart we have. 4 is something else.
On the chart.
Okay. Another percentile.
71.
D12.
8.
All right. She's good enough that we'll need a special token.
It's a foreigner who doesn't speak the language. Ah, fuck's sake. God damn it.
Alright, that's a good... She's dressed in a blue robe.
You mean evening gown, right? Okay.
Halfling woman. Give me a bluff check. Because you're basically hanging out watching her with murder in your eyes. Does she get the creeps from this dude?
29.
29? Oh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Can you point at the area of the city where you're doing this?
We would be doing this. Either a place where you could get out of the city, not practical. It's gonna be, actually, it'll be near the rat drain area over here,
Yeah,
over here somewhere.
She, for whatever reason, was walking, kind of skirting the bad part of town, and well, you're gonna give the bad part of town a bad name. You see this woman traveling. Let's see. 3, she's traveling with somebody else. 2, there might be someone nearby. 1 is alone. All right, she's got her cowl up. You thought for a second that it might have been a kid, but you realize she's got well-groomed, kind of blondish, combed hair on her feet. There are 2 bows in the hair on her feet. She's got a nice robe with a bunch of, like, accoutrements. Give me a knowledge arcana.
Okay. 21.
You see a spell component pouch. And a wand. She walks right by you with your 29 bluff. Now, skill checks are not automatic. She needs to have a +9 in sense motive, which she does not. So she walks by you. She glances at you. She sees you just standing there. She walks by. She kind of pulls her hood a little bit further over top of herself. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
What time of day is this?
Evening.
Okay.
32.
You heard her mutter to herself. Do you speak halfling?
I speak Nagaji, Imperial Common, High Imperial, Draconic, and Aka.
Nope. None of those languages. She muttered to herself. There's a bit of a drizzle, so it might be why she's holding her cowl. And she just continues on her business.
Okay. Which direction was she heading, north or south?
She was heading south.
Okay. Excuse me, miss.
She turns around. Give me a charisma check.
Oh, 9.
She gives you a look and just keeps on going.
Okay. We'll let her get some distance and let the stalking begin.
Okay, so she came from this direction. She's walking down the street. She is walking by your conclave.
Okay. We are going to... She seems to be going that way. Well, we don't want to do this by the conclave. Like, the conclave is the safest place.
Yep. You can actually hear your gladiators training. Yeah!
Yeah, turn the wheel! Come on!
It's more like this. There's a bit of a drizzle. Ah, the arena is open to the sky. The sky god's crying on you, making everything slippery. Ah, pick up your sword. Ah.
See, this would be where if it's like, I do it now, and then Magnus comes out, I saved the woman.
The halfling woman doesn't stop. Like, she may have like glanced up at the symbol above your ludus, which you now have. Like, you've got a symbol of your gladiatorial ring, but she continues down.
Okay, what's she doing at this intersection?
She's continuing forward. Like, she didn't even pause at the intersection.
Okay.
There's a cart coming this way, like a big cart pulled by an oxen. She scrambles off to the side, which kind of puts her into the overhang of this building. She's waiting for this big ox cart to go by.
Okay, I'm gonna basically try to book it to get time to sort of... I'm trying to see if I can get around to... Huh?
Okay, so by that time, she's already down the road a little bit. Like, you don't see her when you cross through this alley.
Okay.
You see her stopping at a shop front here.
Okay. We are going...
You're right across from some house called the Slayer Manor. You're not too sure why, but it's just called the Slayer Manor.
That place is sketchy. I wouldn't go over there.
You think that it's like a tenement that rents out to independent gladiators. Like, you have a feeling that there are some rough looking folk that come in and out of there.
Perfect.
That you just have, like, you know how in your house you have this vague kind of idea of what's going on in the homes around your neighborhood, sort of thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You go past that one house, you're like, yeah, that one.
You know what shop she's stopping off at? It is a we'll call it Regan's Reagents and recipes. It's like a minor wizard shop where you can pick up spell components.
Okay. So
you see her pause before the shop, and then she checks something. Like, she's checking. Oh, she found her money purse. She made.
Okay, Ashoka now has a feeling that she's going to come make her way back up, so Ashoka's going to go lie in wait over here.
Okay. How long does disguise self last?
It lasts for 10 minutes per caster level. So he's fine on using more than one and looking different.
Now you're going to go back over to the storm drain. Let's see if your little rat buddies are back. Random encounter chance, 20 or under. There are rats. Nope. You may have scared them from using that storm drain. Maybe that was just an exit point. Maybe they were looking for, people to rob. Or perhaps they were there for specifically you.
Don't worry. I need them to get rid of something for me.
Just a random DM roll. All right. So you double back. You wait for 5 minutes. Starts to rain. 10 minutes. 15 minutes. You see a small figure walking down the road.
Okay, I will cast a Eagle's Splendor when she's at a good distance away.
Okay.
I will...
You're around a corner and 50 feet away, or so Well, I guess you see her about there, so we'll say 60 feet away around a corner in the rain. +4 for around a corner, +4 for the rain. Distance is 6. And you could face the other way. So it's probably a DC 20-ish. A perception check. She doesn't notice you, or doesn't seem to notice your spell go off. You notice that the bag that she had on her pouch is no longer there. She might have an extra thing, like an extra little satchel kind of attached to her belt pouch. She's got a tube under her arms.
All right, Ashoka is going to...
What's your perception? Are you stealthing?
Yes. His stealth is... Oh. 27.
Oh, she got a 26! Plus a bit of distance, too, right? So,
Yep.
she does not see death coiled in the shadows and is walking right by you. It's that damn cloak of hers. It's a nice-looking cloak. It's got, like, little runes on it and everything.
Okay, I'm going to cast a Charm Person on her.
All right. Let's see what she can do.
DC 22.
Look at
Come
that.
on, Modron, don't screw me now.
Oh, halflings get a little bit of a luck bonus.
They get a luck bonus.
Boop. 10. She paused for a moment.
Miss, can you help me?
Monsieur? What do you need?
She says,
What are you doing there in
my
those shadows?
child. My child, they slipped down the storm drain in the rain. I can't fit. I need help getting in. I need help looking for them.
Your child?
Please help me.
Oh. All right, I've got just the thing. Which storm drain?
she says.
This way. Bring
Okay.
her over to the storm drain.
You shouldn't let children play near storm drains, especially with rain such as this. It's a valuable spring, you know.
She says.
He got away from me.
Now,
No,
I'm going to summon something. He's rather ferocious looking. You should not be afraid.
I'll try to steel myself.
Okay. She begins to, because you're her trusted friend, she begins to summon. Give me a spellcraft check.
Yeah, this is one of those like, oh, I didn't need a reason to kill them, but there might be a reason that I don't kill them. 22?
She's summoning an Eidolon.
Interesting. Do I understand? Does Eidolon have spell failure?
Yeah, give me a second.
Because I think it's Eidolon's like a long cast.
Yeah, I think it's a full round, but give me a second. Summoner.
Because we're about to scorching right here in the butthole.
All right, to summon your Eidolon, it takes a ritual
Another
that takes
full round.
1 minute to perform.
Yeah.
I think it gets quicker at higher levels, but she's not at higher levels. So
Okay.
she's going.
Come to me, my sweet. Bring your claws and ferocious gaze into this world. You are required once again.
Ashoka's going to step up behind her with a
Right.
dagger, like slip out the dagger, but he's going to first shoot her in the back of the face with a scorching ray,
All right, summoning her
which
idol.
which he will hide through the concealing. You guys are going to be punch scorching right in the back of the head.
Okay.
Kill. Yeah.
It doesn't say it's like Eidolon, and it doesn't say what it is and whether it incurs AOs. I have a feeling it does.
Is it spell like?
That's the thing.
Power?
It doesn't fucking tell me.
I'm going to look up summoner if that's all right with you,
Yeah.
just to check the power type, because it might be under the power name. Like the summoning power has a base class. Summoner.
Eidolon.
Summoners.
It should.
It's got no fucking thing beside it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the. I was trying to look it up.
Uh,
Here's how Eidolons work. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Paizo. Awesome. All right. So no. Adam's not. Well, Adam might be turning evil. Ashoka was already evil.
Ashoka was a prick to start with.
She gets a bluff check or a sense motive check to see if her friend is turning on her.
Yeah.
This poor wizard, like third level creature, with a shitty wisdom, is basically got a +1. 20. The gods are on her side.
That's actually a 32 because of the split.
Okay, she doesn't notice her friend and her trusted friend acting weirdly. Although she does look up as she's like her ears pop up a little bit when she hears spell casting.
I told you, there's no need to worry.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So a flat-footed touch AC sounds like 11 when you're small.
When you're small.
Let me see if she has any special gear. Nope. Not that would
affect this.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
one away from a critical threat.
okay. She cries out as this scorching ray hits her in the side of the face.
24 damage.
Oh, that's because of sneak attack? Because she was denied her dex? 18, 21. Okay, so the scorching ray goes into the side of her face, opens up a hole, goes shooting out the other side of her face. You're pretty sure that her tongue has caught fire, and there are two holes.
I think there was a scream.
She falls down to the ground, unconscious. You notice that the shifting light in the rain of where she was trying to summon the thing is starting to dissipate as she's incapacitated. Let's see if you're unlucky. If I roll a 1, somebody is watching. Oh, there might be somebody nearby.
Okay. Ashoka is going to use the assassin dagger to slit her throat.
Okay. Coup de grace.
Turn invisible with a invisibility spell.
Give me your coup de grace damage.
Oh, sorry.
I believe it's a +2 dagger.
2d4 plus 4 plus 3d6. 22 sneak attack crit damage to face parts. Okay. Throat.
All right. She is bleeding all over the cobbles in the rain. Blood is starting to flow towards the storm drain. There is a rumble in the heavens as an assassin is born.
Turn invisible with the spell.
Let's see if anyone was watching. Nope. Like the rain itself was one that was what he was watching. Nope.
I know, it was in my brain. I'm like, oh god!
the exact opposite of like, thunder. They're counting the numbers until the flash of lightning, and nobody is watching this poor halfling summoner being murdered in an alleyway.
Okay.
You turn invisible.
Her name. Turn invisible. I'm going to take. I'll cut out the vocal cords, like the throat.
Her tongue is actually somewhat detached when she sort of screamed.
Perfect.
So a blackened tongue of the halfling spellcaster.
A blackened tongue. I'm just going to put assassinated. I'm going to make a list here. Halfling summoner female. And then I'm just going to put a note here. Blackened tongue. And I'm going to just put a note here that I was 5th. Just because.
So you kind of cut the tongue, the rest of it out of her mouth. It's sort of still singeing and warm in your hands. She's already dead, so it's not considered an attack roll to grab the bit. You are still invisible, although with the rain, you're kind of like this sort of like quasi-visible form, right?
Going to grab the wand and the spell components that were bought.
Okay, she had dropped also the scroll.
Okay, I'll grab the scroll.
All right, so you kind of have to go chasing after the scroll. It kind of got into a little bit of water. It was being washed away. You pick up the scroll case. You grab her wand, and you grab the spell component pouch.
Scroll, wand, spell component pouch. All the rest of it, where I don't know how trackable the items are getting dumped down the storm drain.
Okay, so you're pushing the body with all of her gear, kind of stuffing it into the storm drain. A few moments later, okay, while you're robbing and while you're storm drain pushing, nobody's watching. Although you heard a nearby door slam, and it's like...
Okay.
You realize that somebody went into that building, probably coming from that way, while you were pushing the body into the storm drain.
Okay, and before this invisibility runs out, I'm going to get myself sort of going north and west, and then around... This goes away. The spell goes away. There we go. And we're going to basically ding-dong dash the monastery.
Are you going directly there? Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't want to carry a tongue on me for any longer than I have to. I don't want to have to be like, at breakfast I have Magnus going through my shit and going, "Oh, you got a tongue in here. What's wrong with you, Snake Man?" Yes, Lemmy. Yes, Nemmy. The rat folk killed this poor woman.
All right.
Of course they killed her. They have her gear. Where else would...
All right, Ashoka, you step into the monastery. You notice that there's a guy that you've seen before, heavily tattooed, that is just basically bowing before one of the shrines.
Okay. Ashoka, with his disguised form, walks up to the shrine of... I'll pick a shrine. Rethnal, I suppose.
Okay.
He'll put the tongue on the shrine.
Nitzercrade glances at that and just gives you kind of a... He's praying before the one that seems to be made of bones. Nerull, you remember being told it was?
Yeah.
He eventually gets up and just leaves. He doesn't say anything to you. Of course, he doesn't know you and didn't really interact too much.
You have chosen slaughter. Does this god call to you?
I am uncertain. What would you recommend?
This one is wild, full of hate and envy, malice, a god of panic and ugliness.
Which one is controlled and thoughtful? Well planned.
There's a cruel looking smile when you ask that question. Let me just open up a couple of files here.
You've gone to the Temple of the Chaos. Yeah, pick one at random. Maybe I should put a rank in religion at some point.
Well, also, you went to the guy of to the head priest and said, "Tell me about religion." Why can't I find fucking Cabulus?
A god of disease, famine, sickness, drought, disasters, nightmares.
You notice that it's like a green eye with a red diamond inside of a creepy looking skull.
Nerull, the Reaper, the foe of all good, the hater of life, the bringer of darkness. This one would be more suited to you. The skull and scythe are his symbols. He is between wrath and deliberate form. He has sponsored the ascension of mortal followers to godhood.
We will stick the tongue from Arethnal over to the guy who could make you a god.
There is one that is close to Nerull. She, however, is not honored here. The ruby sorceress. While she tends towards darkness, she is a creature of rigidity. We do not have any priests of Ouijas here. I am sure they can be found in the city. But they do not appreciate our inclusion of Arethnal, for whom we give lip service only because of what we are required to do in the arena.
He hands the tongue to Xaturn.
Yes, it is fresh.
He begins casting a spell. You can make a spellcraft check.
He's got blood biography, all those things. Good. Dude, stuff 24.
24? Yeah, he's casting a creepy divination spell called Blood Biography. He cast it as a divine spell. He's writing just with the blood from the tongue, just kind of scraping on the table, sort of writing over top of the writing. You know that he now knows the name of that person. He knows that she was a female halfling summoner apprentice. How's your blood shed? There's a sad response.
Scorchy right in the face.
my friend turned on me with a spell. When was your blood shed? You know, like earlier. You know, like not but 10 minutes ago.
Efficient.
He just tosses the tongue into the into the coals. Swipes the bloody writing away with his hand. Almost
nods at that.
Sufficient. Efficient. With spell and blade. Yes. You could become Nerull's tool. You could help me with some of my problems. You could meet your quotas and get paid.
There is much death to go around.
All things die. But by your hand we shall quicken the reaping. You may come here to contemplate, and when we are ready, you will receive training in the way to deal death. Now I know your secret. Now you are his.
He points to Nerull.
I'm just gonna put under deity. I'm gonna put Nerull with some question marks. You know, religion isn't always like this. Sometimes the god chooses you more than you choose the god. Okay.
The guys are going to come back and like, what did Ashoka do? He had some extracurricular activities to do and nothing. It's not a big deal.
He went for a long contemplative walk in the rain. He
Right.
was contemplating life and came back religious, actually. Okay. Ashoka will turn and walk out into the rain.
The little twisted, cruel goblin of death watches you go. Plans that he has. You could feel that he approves of your industrious nature. He watches you go. All proof of the deed being swept away in the rain, burning in the coals of the black house. I don't know. If you want to read about the god of slaughter, though, you can go to this Wikipedia page. He's got his own Wikipedia page. And then we talked about Nerull. Nerull was the death god.
I spelt it right! Which might mean that you spelt it wrong, because that's the only way that works.
Bad juju, man. Bad juju. Ashoka's now got some very bad juju. Where's he going?
He's going to go to the Fox and Grouse Tavern. He is going to have a drink there that he's going to intentionally get some spilt on him before he goes back to the Conclave of the Crimson Scale.
Okay. The birth of the Ashoka Syndicate. Yeah, or Ashoka the Assassin. Yeah. Next level.
You the term problem solver.
Problem. I'm gonna solve your problem for you. Oh, so creepy. The hey friend, come over here. Oh
Help,
God,
my child! They fell down this grate. Come stand by the grate. You're little. You can fit down there.
It's so insidious. It's like your guard just gets dropped down, and then you wander over and put yourself in a horrible situation. All right, so Ashoka Drinks at the Fox and Grouse. They, I don't know, like the humans of the city are racist. They are suspicious of you by almost like default. Others not so much, but
he is fine with getting kicked out.
they don't kick you out. You just don't get the warmest of service. But you can happily spill some wine on yourself. They laugh it off in that snake people apparently can't hold their liquor.
Okay, he will play up the stumbling out of the bar and make his way back to the conclave of the Crimson Scale.
All right. You notice Nem out in the rain just watching. Like a little gargoyle over top of like the. You don't know if you can see over the wall, at least not from there. Maybe if you got to the peak of the building, he can see over your wall.
Yeah. All right, man.
Magnus's gladiators by this time are no longer training. You can see some light coming from the dragon den.
Ashoka's gonna fix himself a midnight meal and then hit the bed.
All right. You're noticed by Nyx and a few others. Qued was sitting in the dark reading a book.
You've good eyes.
Yes.
He says as he closes the book and trots off to his room with the book in hand. Hiding along the way.
At one point, he's just holding the book in front of him.
Yeah, it was scurrying between the table and the open door that he probably left open just so that there was minimal distance. He scurried across that part.
All right. Yeah. He's meal and sleep the sleep of the just.
And you basically...
Or do you?
gave an offering to the rat people, too. You somehow twisted this around into, I killed two birds with one stone.
Yep.
Use a bunch of magic items.
Treasure here. Here's some stuff.
All right, what are you doing with the wand and the scroll?
I'll read magic the scroll. First off, is there any blood on the scroll?
No, the scroll case you can toss into the fireplace, but the scroll itself, no.
All right, read magic the scroll.
All right, it is a scroll of magic circle against chaos. 5th level caster.
Okay. The spell component pouch has anything good in it, or is it just,
It's about 300 gold pieces worth of spell components. You get the sense that she was buying components or spells for somebody else.
Hopefully they're not... Sounds like they're an abjurer. Not a diviner. So I'm just going to put the 300 spell components on my sheet.
Sure.
Spell components. I got
Magnus comes in. Oh, where's my shell? No, he doesn't. It'd be funny though.
No. The scroll is he's just going to sort of keep in the extra dimensional space, and the wand he'll just keep in the extra dimensional space. Is there anything particular about the wand that does it look interesting at all, or is it just a wand?
The wand's got the carvings of dancing sheep all along the wand itself, kind of curls around.
It's a sleep wand. It's gotta be a sleep wand. Cool. The wand and scroll, he's planning on either producing at an opportune moment in the future. I'm just gonna put wand. I'm just gonna put sleep? ? Question mark.
So do you not have spellcraft? You can't.
Oh, I do have spellcraft. I could give it a roll.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give it a roll. 11.
Yeah, you don't know what it does. It does have enchantment around it.
Okay. He plans on washing this treasure through the next basic, just adding it to whatever pile the next loot pile is how you clean the dirty treasure.
Got it. You're like, oh, I knew I'll add some other things I had.
Well, and it's just, oh, look what I found. Here, just add it in. Okay. He's got that at the bottom of the sheet for now.
Treasure laundering. Where did you get this? Oh, the guy. Yeah, he had it in a pouch. Oh, cool. Nobody asks any questions. So evil. All right. Ashoka. Yeah. All right. Ooh, yeah. Ashoka's pretty fucking creepy. That was.
Do you know that those rolls about who did you pick? Like there's a little bit of like a heart thing where it's like, oh yeah, you're freaking 15th level goddamn Primus walks by
randomly. Hey, how's it going? Ashoka's gone full on evil. He's trying to impress a priest of Nerull to teach him how to become an assassin. That is the scene that we role played through, and we just finished talking about treasure laundering, which was a pretty funny concept.
Problem solver, professional problem solver.
Got it. Yeah. Some extracurricular work.
Extracurricular activities. It's a side gig, really. It's good for the mind, body.
There are some scenarios in mind where I could see this coming in handy for the business that you're in.
Oh yes.
All right, I'm going to go to the stable sheet once again.
I'm so happy with how that turned out. It worked. It was so bad. It's so bad.
There was plenty of chances for that to go wrong and fail. Had you rolled 4, I was rolling for like medium to high level individual.
Yeah, it's like, oh, didn't you know? It's the Archmage of blow you the fuck up. Oh, good.
Ashoka chunks everywhere.
Ashoka chunks everywhere. Or Madam Shout, just the biggest shout spells. The whole city's like, oh, what was that? And we have a Kazul freaking scenario. Oh.
Okay, next training or next period. When do you want to do the fight between Magnus and the monks? Maybe we put that out one so that we can do another turn.
Yeah, let's put that out one. Magnus is going to train others.
Yes.
Because we need to I want to finish up these training points. All right.
Phineas is crafting, so if there are any magic items you want him to craft, that is a good thing that we could figure it out. I'm surprised you haven't, given that he's 5th level and he's got all the feats now.
Part of that is the whole we've got, so right now, here's just some logic behind this. We've got 39 talents, right? We have an upkeep of 30. I don't know when that upkeep gets paid. We haven't fully fleshed that out yet.
Yeah, it's divide by 4. So at the end of each season, you owe a quarter of your upkeep.
Okay, so at that point, we could start to give better stuff.
Yep.
So we can craft. What would be the most optimal thing to? Well, I guess the first thing would be to have masterwork. Although that part of that is just upgrading the. I'm confused.
You could upgrade the armory. The armory right now is producing simple martial ranged and light armor. You could upgrade one of those categories to masterwork with an increase to your armory, or you could have basically
medium armor,
or you can have Phineas craft individual suits of armor. Like apparently he's able to craft a suit of, basically a masterwork suit of armor per period.
I think we need to get Prentice. Isn't there supposed to be an N in that? Isn't it Prentice?
So Prentice, Prentice, yeah.
Okay, let's say he was confusing me. Okay. Yes, he should be crafting something. It should be. Who is the most lacking of gear? Like originally, it was Droll didn't have armor.
There's also
Droll
the
now has armor.
masters too, right?
True. Do we have resistance items?
Magnus has a resistance item.
Ashoka has.
Phineas
a resistance
has
item.
one. Ashoka has one. +1s.
Okay.
Phineas can also create magic item tattoos. They're at 1.5 the cost. So if you're worried about people stealing your gear after a fight, you can create tattooed versions of these
Does
magic
he have the
items.
feats for tattooing?
Yep.
Okay.
The prerequisite
so
is a feat for the tattooing. Then he needs the basic.
create magic tattoo custom feat. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Why don't we put some tattoos? Let's put a tattoo on somebody.
Okay. Sona has a vest of resistance already tattooed on him. Droll has no tattoos aside from his non-magical gladiatory. Oh no, he's got a vest of resistance one too. These guys were gladiators before you met them. Drain does not have any tattoos. Condemned Prentice Pennywise does not have any tattoos. Bull has a vest of resistance tattoo. Fleas has no tattoos. Akka has no tattoos. Vanu doesn't have any tattoos either.
Okay. I think you should be putting a tattoo on Magnus.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, let's say a Magnus tattoo for the fights, like, because I think Magnus needs a tattoo.
Yep.
So I think that's what it should be for, but I think they should decide what the hell the gear. Like, I could decide what the gear is for them.
You know what you should give Magnus? A tattoo belt of strength.
Yes.
+2. Even though it's +2 right now, or maybe the Dex version. I don't know. Is he tapping out his Dex? His Dex is 18. He's wearing chain shirt, and then he's got armor training.
He's a fighter. Is he wearing chain shirt? Is he wearing stupid armor?
He's got +2 chain shirt.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, no, a +2 chain shirt with his fighter bonus means that he could benefit from a +2 Dex.
Yes. He could, but but he should be wearing, like, should have been, like, trying to...
Or give him gauntlets of ogre power, like tattoos on his hands or something like that.
I think I think strength tattoo would be something that... I think a strength tattoo would be the... Let's say strength tattoo.
Okay. I believe that's $4,000?
Well, 4 grand, 8 grand would be the normal, 12 grand would be the tattoo version, 6 grand would be the craft.
Yeah. That'll take him two blocks.
2 chunks.
To complete. With some leftover. So craft
Phineas is
tattoo
trying to make it go.
on Magnus. It also means Magnus and Phineas are spending a lot of time together.
Yes. Does Magnus still get to train the guys?
No.
Because if that's the case, then that's no good.
No.
We need him training. Like, we need his.
I guess
guys.
Phineas could do his time in the evening, and Magnus could basically it's 8-hour day. So you could move that around. So I would let that
Flop
happen.
that around?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. It's not like they're in 2 different cities or something.
Yep.
Okay. So Ashoka is going to be setting up. Ashoka's going to be trying to set up fights because I think we want to have more than one fight in the next turn.
Okay. So let's do some diplomacy.
Yeah. Like after this training round, like we're doing training this time, and then the next turn is going to be a bunch of fights.
Okay,
Is the way we're
because
doing
Magnus is...
this. Oh, he's done 2
There's
turns to
there's
get
two,
the tattoo done.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, it's going to be this turn will be diplomacy to set up the fights. Next turn will be the gambling to bet on the fights.
Yep.
To make the money for us to fight in the next round after that.
And then Magnus is going to fight that monk in the next round.
Right. And then I'm hoping to have some other fights good to go.
Cool.
So it's diplomacy. This 5 here. That one I think becomes gambling. Or yeah, I think that's what happens.
Cool.
I think that's what happened. All right. Sona is going to be trained via the arcane for this turn.
That does not include Phineas, though, right?
That's fine.
So
We just
AT2.
we need 1 success out of the 2. Who's next? Drull. Drull's attitude still is shit. How is Drull's ability scores? His ability scores fucking suck. And he's level 3. Ugh. And he's dumb. Oh, we got some dumb gladiators. Oh my god!
Yeah, draw just to show the stream what you're looking at. So there's the 3rd level barbarian gladiator.
Holy jeez! I just looked at the chat. Nami's building the thing. This is barbarian Nerull.
Good. How's it going? Oh yeah, sorry, I had chat kind of buried underneath a gazillion windows.
Yeah. So did I. And I was like, oh.
And randomly, welcome.
Yeah, making a character. It's cool. Yeah, the Droll. We need to get some coloring books or something. At some point, we need to get some coloring books.
so Droll could be happy.
Dictionary or something.
He's definitely not doing Sudoku.
Yeah, exactly.
Numbers.
So, the attitude. Is it entertainment for attitude, or what would the?
Entertainment's morale. This needs to be some sort of like change in the way that you're treating Droll, or like a gesture or overture. Like you've got this basically
a cool tattoo would be potentially.
You've got this unfriendly gladiator.
Okay, like would it be like a diplomacy against him?
I think it's you could diplomacy just for like a single interaction, but he has like a starting score of unfriendly with everything that you want to do. There's got to be something that changes his condition, his understanding with the Ludus, his living conditions.
We need to get him a kitty.
It could be.
It's going to be it's a kitty because we're.
Droll needs some Dr. Seuss.
Hellboy. Droll does need some Dr. Seuss. Okay. So for now, I think Droll is on like basic training or on basic training duty, but not like with dice.
Okay.
Or I guess we do need to get his stats up, so we might as well start working on that.
Okay. What stat are you trying to and some Sesame Street? It's like
he needs
some
both
big
dex
bird.
and strength. I'm gonna just roll a d2. Save it for the real decisions. They're both good. Dex.
Train Dex 0 to 3. Okay.
Yep.
Drain. What's he up to?
Drain.
His morale's a little
Drain's
bit
bad. Entertainment.
Okay. How many dice?
We've got entertainment.
How many dice of training are you putting towards Droll?
Could you put a question mark there for now?
Yep.
Okay. Drain is 2 entertainment dice.
Cool. Looking after your gladiators.
Prentice is 2 entertainment dice.
Okay, sending some love down into the prison cell.
All right.
Bull is 1 out of 4 for his strength training.
Oh, you're such a high level bull. Jesus Christ, ability scores suck so bad. Oh,